Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Suciati Faradila Rafiah Moka. Now I will describe about the synopsis of My Sister's Keeper novel. First, the genre: domestic fiction, commercial fiction, or women's fiction. Second, plot. The plot of a story can be described as what happens to the character, or as the way of story. The kinds of plot like exposition, complication, climax, falling action, and resolution will be analyzed. It means that the writer will analyze one by one of a competition plot in My Sister Keeper novel. Those is exposition. Base the chapter explain that exposition is how the problems begin or appears of the story. The exposition this story begins when Kate in the washroom, the blood is out from her nose, and she was taken to hospital because she is unconscious. Her condition is down. At the time, the doctor said that Kate's condition is worse. There is a problem had happened to Kate's kidney, and she needs a kidney from Anna. Because Anna that only one person that can help and keeps Kate's life. Kate's dialysis station around three times a week for 2 hours at a time. She has small car catcher which looks just like her central line used to look and protrudes from the same spot on her chest. Next, there are complications. The complication this story when Anna did not want to be a donor for Kate anymore. She begins to complain what desires her mother, and she prefers to save herself than follow her mother's instructions. It is true based on the quotation below. Anna judged the silver prawns, and then he sets that stupid can of moths down on the table between us, and I burst into tears. I can't give a kidney to my sister. I just can't. Anna initially obeyed all her mother's wants and donates whatever Kate needs. Now she began to complain and think about her own life as how she will live with one kidney, and her dream of becoming an athlete will not be realized if her live with one kidney. Meanwhile, the reason why Anna claims her mother are: the first, because she feels that she did not exist in front of her family. Her mother always focused her attention to Kate. In fact, the other, her child having illness named Jessie. The second reason, because she feels that her mother does not care about her, and her mother is complaining to her. Next, climax. At the time, Sarah knew that Anna does not give her kidney to save Kate. Sarah forced Anna that she must give her a kidney. No reason to refuse that. Sarah just thinks about Kate, never think about Anna. It reversed from the conversation below. Did you tell your parents you don't want to donate a kidney? They don't listen to me. They might if you mention this. She looks down so that her hair covers her face. They don't really pay attention to me, except when they need my blood or something. I wouldn't even be alive if it wasn't for Kid being sick. Next, falling actions. The falling action of this story when the judge decided Anna get a medical emancipation for right own body. It means that Anna is the winner and her mother cannot force Anna to donate her body to save Kate anymore. It reverses from the conversation below. Can I ask you, can I ask you something? Sure, he says. Does there have to be a trial? Well, your parents can just agree to medical emancipation, and that will be that, the judge says, like the will ever happen. Next is denouncement, resolution. Resolution is the end of the story. The end of this story is while Anna dies. Oh my god. On the way to the hospital, Campbell and Anna go into a serious car accident. The car is struck by a truck. Campbell is safe, but Anna is dead. I realize that the face pressed up against the other side of the broken window is Anna's. Get them out! I yell. Get them out now! I do not know how I forced myself back out of this gnarled skeleton to knock Red out of the way. How I unhooked Campbell Alexander from his sad belt and dragged him to lay in the street with the rain pelting around him. How I reached inside to where my doctor is still and wide-eyed, strapped into her belt the way she is supposed to be, and Jesus God no. Okay, that's all about plot. Next, the third point is character. There is Anna Fitzgerald. Anna Fitzgerald is the youngest Fitzgerald child and the protagonist of the novel. Described by her father as their family constant, 13-year-old Anna is smart, funny, and observant. Next is Sarah Fitzgerald. Sarah Fitzgerald is the mother of the Fitzgerald family. Sarah is strong, stubborn, and intelligent, and her life centers on her efforts to keep Kate alive. Next is Campbell Alexander. Campbell Alexander is Anna's lawyer. Initially arrogant and brusque, Campbell gradually emerges as a character with many layers. In many ways, he mirrors Anna. Next is Brian Fitzgerald. Brian Fitzgerald is the father of the Fitzgerald children and a career firefighter. Brian often serves as a foil to Sarah. In contrast to her, he can view the situation from his children's perspective, making him both more perspective and understanding than Sarah at times. Next is Jesse Fitzgerald. Jesse Fitzgerald is the oldest of the Fitzgerald children and the most delinquent. Despite his tough exterior, Jesse is in reality a vulnerable and sensitive character. He used his destructive behavior to mask a fundamental feeling of inadequacy. Next is Kate Fitzgerald. Kate Fitzgerald is the middle Fitzgerald child and the focal point of many of the novel's events. Kate's cancer is at the heart of the story, but she only narrates the prologue and epilogue. She has struggled with cancer nearly her entire life, and she appears to have come to terms with the fact that she might die. Next is Julia Romano. Julia Romano is the guardian ad litem to Anna and Campbell's high school girlfriend. Julia has a genuine desire to discover what is best for Anna and is one of the most open and caring characters in the story. Next is Zane, Sarah's older sister. Zane, a high-powered career woman without children, provides a foil to Sarah, who could have been a successful attorney but essentially gave up her law career to care for her children full-time. Next, Dr. Chance is Kate's oncologist. Next is Judge DeSalvo, the judge appointed to Anna's case. Next is Taylor Ambrose, is the kid's crush and fellow cancer patient. Next is Izzy Romano, Julia's twin sister and roommate. Next is Judge, or the dog, is Campbell's service dog. That's all about the character in the novel. Next is fourth point is setting. In the novel My Sister Keeper by Jodi Picoult, the setting is described by the location of where the novel occurs and the time period. The location of the setting in the novel takes place in a small town of Upper Darby in the state of Rhode Island. The author describes this town a place where they have a very small legal system. The two principal and equally important location settings in the novel are the Province Hospital and the Fitzgerald's house.